Hi everyone, it's Dr. Derek here. You've heard about weight loss injections. You've probably seen them in the news, heard about them from a friend, or maybe seen them advertised online. And you may be wondering, can I get these on the NHS? Can my GP prescribe it for me? So I want to give you a straight answer to that question. But before I do, I want to make sure that you understand what these medications are, how they work, and what the side effects to look out for are. And also, what can you do to support your health right now, whether you qualify for the injections on the NHS or not? So, every time you eat, your gut releases hormones into your bloodstream. These hormones, they travel up to your brain and they send a message that you're full. At the same time, they signal to your pancreas to release insulin. This helps you manage your blood sugar. They also slow down how quickly your stomach empties. So that feeling of, fullness, that lasts longer after a meal. Now, one of the most important of these hormones is called GLP-1. Your body makes it naturally every time you eat. In people who struggle with obesity, that signal is often weaker than what it should be. The brain isn't receiving it as clearly, so hunger stays higher, fullness passes more quickly, and blood sugar management becomes so much harder. There's a second hormone involved too. This is called GIP. It works alongside GLP-1 and has a similar effect. It helps you regulate appetite and blood sugar through overlapping but slightly different pathways in the body. So GLP-1 medications, they work by mimicking these natural hormones. They top up that signal your body's already trying to send. The medication isn't doing something foreign to your system, it's just basically amplifying the process that's already there, and it's doing it consistently throughout the day. Now, who can access this on the NHS? So I want to be direct with you here because this is the part that's causing a lot of confusion and a lot of unnecessary appointments at GP surgeries across Greater Manchester. The decision about who qualifies for this medication is not made by your GP. It's made nationally by NHS England and locally by your Integrated Care Board. We follow that guidance. We have to. And it exists for a reason, to make sure that the treatment reaches the people in most urgent clinical need first, within a budget that has to work for the whole of the region. The rollout has happened over 3 years and the criteria are strict to begin with. In year 1, to qualify, you need a BMI of 40 or above, and you need to have at least 4 or 5 specific health conditions that are linked to your weight. Those conditions are type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, established cardiovascular disease, and obstructive sleep apnea. 4 of those 5 alongside the BMI threshold is what's needed. In year 2, the BMI threshold comes down to 35, but the requirement for 4 of those conditions still remains, and year 3 opens things up a little further still. There's also an adjustment for certain ethnic backgrounds. So if you're from a South Asian, Chinese, or other Asian, Middle Eastern, Black African, or Afro-Caribbean background, your BMI threshold is 2.5 points lower across all 3 cohorts. That's probably because excess weight tends to carry higher risks and health risks at lower BMIs in those groups, and the guidance reflects that. Now, I understand how much people want access to these medications, and I really understand the frustration when you feel like something that could help you is out of reach. But an appointment with your GP cannot change the outcome. The criteria are set above practice levels, so no individual GP can override them. Those appointments, they take time away from patients who are unwell and who need to be seen. So, if you prescribe tirzepatide, there are side effects you need to know about. Now, the most common ones are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and constipation. These happen particularly in the early weeks as your dose increases. Now, for most people, these settle down as the body adjusts. More serious but rare side effects include pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas, and gallbladder problems. There have also been some reports of changes to vision. Tirzepatide is not suitable during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Now, one more thing on safety. These medications are being counterfeited. There are fake versions circulating through beauty salons, social media, and unverified websites. People have been seriously harmed by them. So, if you're considering accessing them privately, please only do so through a registered prescriber and a regulated pharmacy. Now, whether you qualify for the medication or not, there are things that you can do right now that have a real impact on your weight and your health. Protein. Most people don't eat enough of it. Prioritizing protein at every meal, chicken, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, this helps you feel full for longer and protects muscle whilst you're losing weight. Hydration. Drinking water before meals, it reduces how much you eat. Simple, but it really works. Sleep. Poor sleep, it drives your hunger hormones. 7 to 9 hours is the target. This has a direct effect on your weight and your metabolic health. Movement. You don't need a gym. Consistent daily steps across the day are one of the most underrated tools for managing weight over time. Now, free support is also available. There are digital weight programs, and if you have type 2 diabetes, the NHS Type 2 Diabetes Path to Remission program, it may be relevant for you. So speak to someone at your practice and we can point you in the right direction. Managing weight is one of the hardest things to do. We know that. And as your GPs, we're not here to stand in your way. We're here to support you within the guidance that we're given and in every other way we can.